Greetings, this is the Mad Hermit with you once again, and today we're going to do a reading installment. Now I know it's been a while since I had one of these, and for some of you who've been waiting for one of these, finally you get your chance to see another installment. And today we're going to have a fiction installment, a fiction reading installment, and again, it's going to be from Gift from the Sea by Morrow Lindbergh. Hope you can see that. And today we're going to cover an interesting topic, and the reading we're going to have is on the middle years of marriage. Now this might be something that most of you might not be fond of hearing, and most of you will probably be hearing this subject and saying, why are you doing a reading on this subject? I mean, dude, for one thing, you're not even married. Well, in case any of you didn't know that, I'm not married myself. But the thing is, Morrow Lindbergh gives a very insightful perspective on when it comes to couples and marriage. And marriage is a huge thing, especially in this day and age, and we're in America where 50% of all marriages end in divorce. I think she gives a very useful message. And for those of you who are not even married, just like myself, I found it very resourceful and very precious in the sense that, it's something you can store away and keep in the back of your mind. So, without further ado, I'm going to be reading Gift from the Sea by Morrow Lindbergh. Yes, I believe the oyster shell is a good one to express the middle years of marriage. It suggests the struggle of life itself. The oyster has fought to have that place on the rock to which it has fitted itself perfectly, and to which it clings tenaciously. So most couples in the growing years of marriage struggle to achieve a place in the world. It is a physical and material battle, first of all, for a home, for children, for a place in their particular society. In the midst of such a life, there is not much time to sit facing one another over the breakfast table. In these years, one recognizes the truth of St. Exupéry's line, "Love does not consist in gazing at each other, one perfect sunrise gazing at another, but in looking outward together in the same direction." For in fact, man and woman are not only looking outward in the same direction, they are working outward. Observe the steady encroachment of the oyster bed over the rock. Here one forms ties, roots a firm base. Try and pry an oyster from its ledge. Here one makes it oneself part of the community of men, of human society. Here the bonds of marriage are formed, for marriage, which is always spoken as a bond, becomes actually, in this stage, many bonds, many strands, of different texture and strength, making up a web that is taut and firm. The web is fashioned of love, yes, but many kinds of love. Romantic love first, then a slow-growing devotion, and playing through these, a constantly rippling companionship. It is made of loyalties and interdependencies and shared experiences. It is woven of memories of meetings and conflicts, of triumphs and disappointments. It is a web of communication, a common language, and the acceptance of lack of language too, a knowledge of likes and dislikes, of habits and reactions, both physical and mental. It is a web of instincts and intuitions, and known and unknown exchanges. The web of marriage is made by propinquity, in the day-to-day living side by side, looking outward, working outward in the same direction. It is woven in space and in time of the substance of life itself. Well, given for most fiction readings I won't make many comments, but for this comment I'll just leave with this. There was a time where marriage was about working with each other rather than competing with each other. Marriage was about man and woman being of one flesh, whereas today, now it's becoming man and women being on different teams trying to outprove and outdo each other. Marriage used to be a time where if you have kids, that was a stronger reason to grow a stronger bond between man and woman. Nowadays, marriages are torn apart just for the fact of having kids. It's just something to think about, and I'll just leave you off with that. For those of you willing to comment, feel free to comment, and this has been the Mad Hermit, and I am signing off. Happy reading.